Okay.
Let's start.
Let's start.
Wait, there's a bird.
Wait, there's a bird.
I already know what this is.
I already know what
The
this
stranger standing before you is dressed to kill. A sheer black catsuit, studded black manacles with pink fur trim, and a variety of brightly colored accessories drape their shoulders and frame their delicate features.
Oh, and the necklaces.
Oh, and the necklaces and the earrings.
Okay.
Loneliness
So
has been
crazy.
such a defining factor in your existence over the last few years, you've almost forgotten what it's like to be around others. You've certainly forgotten what it's like to be around someone like this. You almost feel as if you've stepped into a sex shop.
Hey. So, that little bag that's in the dresser next to your bed? They're sex toys.
Toys? Pleasure is not a game, darling. But at least you didn't call me a marital aid.
Benoit's gonna have some pretty choice dialogue and themes. They're adults only.
You want to skip me? That's fine. I can have plenty of fun all by myself.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure about. Alright.
This is your warning.
This is your warning.
Okay, have funsies.
There you are. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten me. I'm Benoit, your partner in pleasure.
The outfit.
The outfit.
It's throwing me off. I'm sorry.
It's throwing me off. I'm sorry. This is all throwing me off.
I don't know the name.
I don't know the name.
Supposed to be
It's
in the
supposed to
window.
be in the window, or
All the names, of course, in direct.
all the names, of course, in direct correlation to not objects. I don't really know what this means.
Before you say oh,
Before you say dress up and set your hood on.
most definitely not.
Most definitely not have a few pinfalls, but
I just don't know what that means.
I just don't know what that
moving
means. Okay, moving on.
What many call sex toys, yes. I prefer to call myself your ruin. It's really about time you came to speak to me.
I'm noticing a lot.
I'm noticing a lot here. I'm noticing.
Given the way we met, someone less confident than me might really take it personally.
They look at you expectantly, raising an eyebrow.
You do remember the way we met, don't you? You think you could afford me? Please, no, that wasn't it. Gag gift.
They look absolutely disgusted.
The only way to strip the word gag of all its appeal.
Sure.
Some
Sure.
friend of yours thought they were hilarious. You moved into this house and your friend brought you a big box. You opened it up to find... what else? A smaller box. You opened that to find another small box.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes. The infinite loop.
And so on and so forth. So funny. Eventually, we got to the smallest box, and there I was. A bright-eyed virgin, yours for the taking. But there's still time to rectify that.
Why do I feel like?
Why do I feel like this is just so common and all? I know several people with this.
After all, you're here, I'm here, and I know you have nothing but time. So how about it? Me and you and a mind-bending, earth-shattering pleasure? I knew you couldn't stay away. Come here.
Benoit takes you by the hand, guiding you to lie down on your bed.
My bed.
Whatever, Benoit is everywhere at once, taking your hands and showing you just what to do. You've never experienced anything like it.
My bed.
My bed.
I wonder if my bed.
Would remember what happened. Or that's just something you're gonna know. Where's the hanger? Surprised to have no clothes, actually. Can you date closet door? Let me see. You can talk to closet door. First.
My love, you've returned. There is, you know, the most amazing rush of air in my chest each time I behold you now. What can I say? You inspire me. You are like breathing freedom.
Is that it?
Once you hit love.
Once you hit love, like, there's no more.
Ah, you've caught me at a strange time. There are normally clothes in here, but they're currently tied up in the laundry room. I can tell.
Is mine.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, stop making noise back there. You're making me uncomfortable. The last Dorian is in the kitchen.
Is this the last?
Is this the last Dorian? Because it's not the main Saturday.
This is the last Orient.
This is the last Orient. Okay.
Because if it's not what the party
Because it's not the party talk to.
5 handsome himbos in colourful jumpsuits are flexing and chatting animatedly amongst themselves. When they notice you, they begin to buzz with excitement, all speaking in rapid-fire sequence.
Yo, check it! Quick, dudes, clean up the digs. We got company. Some real fine company, if you know what I'm saying. How's it hanging, homie?
Doggo fam.
Doggo fam.
Word. Well, what are you waiting for? Slide on in here and take a load off. And, anything else you want to take off?
Okay, pal.
Okay, pal.
Welcome to the Extremist Dojo in the Pad. The perfect place to sit back, chillax, and recharge your bats. Hell yeah! Fire! Right now, you're hanging with the wildest, dopest, gnarliest squad of bussin' athletes around, homie. Hey!
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of silly.
And they're all different kinds of hangers, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Numbers are kick-ass!
The Hanks all stand in formation, each of them striking a unique pose as they introduce themselves. You get the distinct feeling they do this often.
I'm Hank number 1. I'm Hank number 2.
Hey guys,
Okay, guys,
which Hank are we feeling?
which Hank are we
I'm
feeling?
Hank number 3. I'm Hank number 4. And I'm Hank number 5. We're the Hanks! Brought to you by Red Bull.
Ah, your sponsor.
Ah, you're sponsored.
Look, what is it?
Look, is it?
Cool! That's right! We're the wildest, most fearless, gnarliest squad of extreme athletes in the house! We base jump, we lava board, we cheese roll! If something's hot enough, we'll ride it all night long.
Hank 3.
Hank 3, introduce yourself, my favorite.
We laugh in the face of danger,
Remember,
even though we probably shouldn't. We've tasted the adrenaline of them all.
Was Vinland different?
was Jim.
Believe it or not, great. You wouldn't think that, but it's actually true. High key slaps, bro. Oh, we're way beyond junkies, hot stuff.
Good.
It's legit insane. But no cap, we live here with you. We're Casa roomies, amigo. Right? Life's way more kitschy with friends. Or friends with benefits.
Rob, Hank number 3. Oh, come on, man.
That's why we partnered with Red Bull.
Not the Red Bull sponsor.
Red Bull's our sponsor, brah! No, dude, it's a company that makes Red Bulls. For like cereal or soup or whatever. That's why we get so many free Red Bulls! Don't know exactly what to do with them all, but we'll figure it out. And they're not just a sponsor, they're our fam. They fuel our adventures. They provide our wicked gear, get our exploits killer exposure, and provide the best medical support when things get gnarly.
Very nice. Red Bull, you taking
Let's be
notes?
real, they do get gnarly. If by gnarly you mean dope AF.
We will have it for dinner.
Gnarly just means awesome. Things are always awesome when you're hanging out with the Hanks. We
Oh, wow.
high-key love it all, homie. Yep,
Yes.
a broski always prepares. You never know when a ripping thermal or base jump opportunity's gonna come your way. Yeah! Speaking of which, we were just about to head out for a little hang gliding. It's just like hang gliding, but with us. You know. The hang! What do you think? Wanna come? Did high key slaps, homie? You in?
Okay, the only you do is a sexual. Okay, but how high does it slap?
It's goaded, brah! What do you say? Sweet! You're one adventurous spirit! We love it! Epic! Just remember to stay focused and trust the wind.
I don't know. I think I like King
And hold on to me real tight.
Get out of here! No.
Follow our lead and we'll be shredding thermals in no time. Get ready to soar, house homie! Thanks! Away!
Wait. I guess we'll talk to the curtain.
I guess we'll talk to the curtains now.
Nothing now.
What? Nothing.
A charming, well-dressed duo stand with their backs to you, peering through the curtains and pointing at something outside that you can't see. They seem quite absorbed in their own conversation.
I like what I see here.
I like what I
Over
see
there.
here.
Look at that. Across the street. What are we looking at? What do you see, Rod?
I see a dog. I see a car that could use a wash.
One of them turns to you, holding up a finger before turning back to his friend.
Hi. 1 second. Now, why in the world do you think I would care a single thread about an unwashed car?
I don't know what you want from life, Kurt.
The shoes, my dude. The shoes.
Oh, you were looking at the neighbor's shoes. Those are nice.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Bruh.
Hold on. Those are way better than those shoes we saw last week.
Bruh, come on now.
Bruh,
I know you see
come
me
on now.
standing
I know you see me standing right here trying to
You
talk
guys
to you.
are really
And
getting
you
around.
guys are really inanimate
At least you
objects.
could do
Come on,
experiments.
at least you
More
can do
than I
experiments. More than I glance.
Ain't that the truth? Only time I wish Wendelin would have fogged up.
Those kicks could have kicked rocks.
So funny.
So funny.
What was that about?
Rod, don't be so rude.
I'm just giving what I was receiving.
You'll have to excuse Rod. His tact leaves a lot to be desired.
There you go, talking about me like I'm not here.
Nah, I'm talking about you so you can hear. There's a difference.
See, that's why your seams are unfinished.
Seams are unfinished. My seams are unfinished?
Keep you ain't gonna do nothing. You love me too much.
Yeah, okay. Don't say that too loud. Everyone else might start believing it.
Kurt and I have been together
Okay.
forever. Yo,
What up?
Wow.
Wow. They got that.
I'm looking at the shoes.
I'm looking at the shoes right now.
I'm like his brother.
but not my brother.
If we were related, you might actually be polished.
We both know you wouldn't look good unless you were next to me.
Who told you that lie? Say, who do you think looks better? Me or this delusional Drake I call my
You know.
You both look good?
You both look good?
lame?
I know it's me. That's fine. It'll be our little secret.
Don't even try to make them lie. They're just trying to make you feel good. I'm the fly one.
Wait till you're from the 90s.
Wait till you're from the 90s.
You both done it.
You both done
One
it.
thing you gotta realize is that we aren't mean to each other.
Nah, this is my homie. For life.
Bro, what do you have?
Bro, what do you have?
We're just a little shady.
Aren't they the same thing?
Aren't they the same
Being
thing?
shady isn't always a bad thing.
Oh, to the contrary. I'm shady all the time to Kurt. Why? Because I love him.
So it's like a lovely
So it's like lovely
I guess you could say that. Yeah. But we have rules. Oh yeah. You must throw shade appropriately.
What do you mean?
There
What do
are
you mean
5
rules?
rules to throwing shade. First off, you have to know the person.
Sure, you can be shady to folks you don't know, but that is just me.
Wait, we made fun of the new mail carrier just the other day.
That's because they were wearing that uniform with open-toed sandals. With socks.
Oh yeah, they asked for that one.
This rule is one of those, do as we say, not as we do things.
Unless we ask you to do it with us, at which point you better come correct.
Which brings us to rule number 2.
If the roast ain't hot, you're toast.
The shade is all about the laugh at the end. Maybe even a strong guffaw.
A guffaw? Are you a cartoon dog person? Cause if not, I best not hear a single guffaw out of you, Rod.
Keep your aim true.
Never bring in secondary parties. Others shouldn't be collateral damage because you decided to mix patterns and it turned out unfortunate.
I tried to throw shade on Kurt's mom once.
Mrs. Chavon has never done anything and she will not be brought into this foolishness.
Okay. Rule 4.
Read their body language as you read them down.
Everyone has their line and their limit. Don't be so caught up in the
These
goose
are
that you step on
Genuine
that
rules,
line.
guys.
These are actually like genuine.
These are actually like genuine rules, I guess,
that
for
boundary within a friendship.
that boundary
people
within a
think
friendship.
each
that
other.
people-
If you're gonna make fun of each other,
If you're gonna
there
make
has to
fun
be
of
that
each
line.
other, there has to be
Like,
that line where it's like,
This is what I will want to accept.
this is what I
If
will
you
want
go
to accept.
over
If you go
all the
over
time,
this
then,
all the
you know,
time, then, you know,
This is a no from me.
this is a
Which I think
no
is
from me.
really good
Which I
rule
think
to
this
have.
is a really good
Their
rule to
rules
have.
for throwing
Their
shade at
rules
each
for
other.
throwing shade at
It's
each
easy
other.
to be on a roll and run right over your friend.
Which is why rule number 1 is important. If you don't know them, you don't know what might actually make them upset.
Right, like I would talk about Rod's crush on the blinds at the last house.
Dude, not cool.
Sorry, I was just giving an example.
I didn't realize.
I didn't realize
It's an art form.
so much. Actually.
And there is one rule that you absolutely cannot break.
Oh, yeah. The final rule.
Rule 5 is...
If someone you know starts throwing shade on your friend,
You better prepare for war.
it is your duty to fire back.
Verbal warfare has begun. Do what you gotta do.
And yeah, those are the rules of shade. You got them all?
Top 5.
Okay,
Top 5.
confident.
Locked in,
I
Commander.
like that in a person.
If they breathe, Kurt likes them.
You act like you're the one to talk. The tree outside sways, and you think it's flirting with you.
How can you not be charmed? Have you seen those branches?
Yeah, the guy's just playing hard to get.
Yeah, the guy's just playing hard to get.
All right, now calm down.
They said the grass.
can guffaw, but I can't.
Okay. Fair. But damn, I got you.
You right. That was a good one. You catch on quick.
Yo, Rod, that fashion student is getting off the bus.
Ooh, what are they wearing?
I'm not sure, but it is fly as hell.
We've got some people watching to do. Swing on by soon. But come holler at us at different places. Each window has a new thing to throw shade on.
Variety is the spice of life, baby. Bring your jokes. We like to keep it lively here.
Yeah, I'm out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm out. Okay.
I don't think I like that.
I don't think I like that.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Hector.
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 You make me smile, my love.
Wait, what happens if I talk?
Wait, what happens if I talk to you from the AC?
Okay, well, I guess tomorrow.
Okay, well, I guess
Talk to
tomorrow
Dorian and
we'll
Hector.
talk to Dorian and Hector.
Looking at the tiny, big-headed Dorian who stands before you, it's hard not to wonder if perhaps the Deviators have glitched. But a quick inspection does seem to show they're working just fine.
What are you looking at? You saying I'm nothing? I'm still a door, not a cabinet, not a hatch. A door, just as much as the rest. Understand? Good.
Okay, but
what is that a door?
what is that a door to? How could I talk to the water to turn it on? Yeah.
You wonder for a moment if your sink has overflowed, but that's not it at all. There's just a being made of water standing before you. She's ethereally beautiful, but there's something hard to pin down in her gaze. It almost feels like she's watching your every move. waiting to...
Hi, honey. You looking to cook something? Wash your hands? Me? What could you possibly want with little old me? Please, just tell me if there's anything I can do for you. It's sexier that way, isn't it? You're the star, and I'm just me. Besides, it's better you don't know. Keeps the mystery. My, so demanding. Well, guess the mystery had to end sometime. I'm River. What can I do for you?
She is literally water.
She is literally water.
Just River. Like chair. Chair! World famous pop star, known for her #1 hit, Belief. She's an icon. Just ask anyone. You know, the best thing about Cher is she's always changing her look through the decades. She always knew just what we wanted to see and served it to us. I really admire that about her. I change states all day, every day. I know that better than anyone. I just wish I knew which one was best for me. Is there a version of me you like best? Water? Steam? Ice? Some form in between? Oh, sorry.
River wasn't exactly holding your gaze before, but she looks everywhere but at you.
Look, I've been here way too long. If you don't need anything from me, I'm going to go.
She is gone.
Wait.
Well, I guess I'll just make
Well,
water
I guess
hate me.
I'll just make water hate me.
Okay.
Okay, and
You're used to seeing mostly people-shaped objects with the vacations, but clearly the sink-headed figure before you is, well, not like the others. All the time in the world wouldn't be enough to comprehend whatever is going on with this guy. You can see that he's got a sink for a head and the clothing and posture of a beleaguered stand-up comic, but your inspection is cut short by his disturbing screams.
Help! Help me! Hello? Can you hear me? Listen closely. There isn't much time. As it seems. I'm not who I appear to be. No! Stop that pop-up screen!
So he's aware of the fourth wall.
so he's aware of the fourth wall, I guess.
Name is not Sinclair, it's Martin! Martin Applegate. And I'm not a sink. I'm an insurance claims adjuster from Turkleman City, Florida. Of course it's a real place. Do I look like the kind of guy who would lie to you?
You're a talking
No!
You're a talking sink.
She wants you to think. Allow me to explain.
a
A
dog.
strange creature that looks and sounds like a soapy little dog jumps up at your legs, yapping and barking.
Down, Sudsy, down! Keep your bubbles to yourself, you little devil! Trey, Sudsy? Go to your tray! Sorry about that. Before I begin telling you my tale of woe and Temple's Shirley, let me let Sudsy out, okay? When he gets like this, I just get really flustered.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye! Thank you next time!
Yours. So I met all of the dwarves.
The first word that comes to mind when you see the large cowboy standing before you is solid. This guy is big, and he looks built to last. You might be intimidated were it not for the kind expression on his face and the sweet way he doffs his hat at you. No one's ever asked you this, but if you had been asked to imagine what your table might look like as a human, you think this would be pretty close.
We've known each other for a real long time now, but we ain't ever been properly introduced.
Yes, little table in town.
So, first things first, name's Abel, and I'm your table. Howdy.
He's somewhat normal looking.
He's somewhat normal looking.
I know it, but it sure is nice to hear it from you face to face like this. You know, as a table, it's my job to hold things up all over the house. And I take my job real serious. So, if you're here talking to me now, you must need something more than just my support. And if there's one thing Abel's gonna do, it's make sure everyone in this house has what they need. So, what can I do you for? There's gotta be something.
No, might as well ask.
You're asking me that? Dayton, huh? Hoo-wee. Dayton ain't really my area of expertise, you know. And me, personally, I never was one for casual stuff. If you're looking for someone who knows people, though, you might want to talk to Kopi. You'll find her nearby. I guess you could say so. All that talking and whatnot. Trying to fit each other's history into bite-sized portions. No, it just ain't my speed.
He seems nice and respectful.
He seems nice and respectful.
Well, I'm just glad I ain't the only one who feels a little left behind by the whole thing.
I'm not going to talk about Hector.
I'm not going to talk about Hector.
Don't you worry. Kopi will get you on the right path. Wenda, tell her I say hey when you see her.
Do you like her?
You take care now.
Okay,
Okay.
what kind of door is this?
What kind of door is this? I'm sure I could get the master manipulator key guy
Open it for me.
to open it for me. Wow. I don't want to do that.
I'm sorry for the abrupt intrusion, but there's an urgent topic I need to discuss with you immediately. Is everything all right with the Date Theaters? Are they operating efficiently? Well, as you know, I'm able to remotely monitor their functionality, and I've been noticing some deeply troubling readings coming from the Quantum Catalyst Activator.
What was that?
That's
What's that?
very sci-fi, but essentially, the quantum catalyst activator is the internal hardware that allows you to directly acknowledge a thing's existence. And recently, it started to emit metacognition readings unlike any I've ever seen before. I'll keep an eye on things over here, but please inform me if anything unusual happens. Oh, and if they get too hot, throw them in the freezer immediately. Your life depends on it. Are you insane? Sorry. It's not safe to talk anymore. I'm in a really sketchy neighborhood, and this phone is super duper expensive. But I'll keep analyzing the data.
That guy could have kept these.
That guy
dead
could have
glasses.
just kept these dead
My
glasses.
personal opinion.
My personal opinion.
Well, I met all the important
Well,
ones.
I met all the important ones.
Dorian.
Hi,
There's nothing
Dorian.
fun here.
There's nothing fun here.
Trap Dorian.
Trap Dorian.
Oh, trap like.
Oh,
thirst
trap
and
like
he's
thirst trap, and he's
shirtless.
shirtless. That's what I'm going to do. Back Dorian.
The other Dorians don't have.
The other Dorians don't.
I'm guessing that's what's good.
I'm guessing that's what's good.
I wonder if you could talk to them at night.
I wonder if you could talk to them at night.
Or you save your last.
Like you save your last.
Champ, champ, champ! How goes it? Valdivian would like you to complete an exit survey based on your time here. How would you rate your time with Valdivian? Okay, I appreciate you participating. One more question. If you were to recommend, I don't know, Tom for a job somewhere, how likely would you be to send his resume along? That really means a lot.
He wasn't mean.
Here comes my resume if you ever have any leads.
So he didn't really.
He was never rude, so I didn't have like a reason to say, you know, I'm not going to talk to you.
Or help you out. He wasn't
Or
rude.
help you out. He wasn't rude.
He was still on the dating.
He was still on the dating decks. Able. I'm gonna tell you.
I never got to do the rest.
I never got to do the rest of these things, I guess, because I managed to. I managed. I don't know what I'm going to do with things, but I did see him fairly early.
Apparently his name's not Sinclair.
Apparently his name's not Sinclair. It's Marcus.
Okay, I'm gonna need the shower because.
Okay, I'm gonna need the shower because it's downstairs.
Can I bring the key to me?
Can I bring the key to meet Tiny Dorian or not?
It's jarring to hear someone else's voice singing in your shower. After all, you haven't brought anybody home since you've been here. But this isn't some forgotten paramour from the night before. There's a singer in your bathroom, and he's using your showerhead as a microphone. While his singing may be less than professional, he certainly looks the part. His handsome face is framed by glistening ringlet curls, and his clothing has a sterile, hygienic vibe. A stark contrast to the smoldering, sensitive artist you see before you.
Wet hot love. Wet hot love. Oh, wait, hey!
That's not
Jeepers. Didn't hear you come in. I weren't expecting company, especially such a ravishing company. Come right on in, darling. Be sure to wear a shower cap or you're gonna get yourself You bet your biscuits. Ain't nothing getting past you, I reckon. Well, I'm just as happy as a pig in mud that you decided to stop on in. It's mighty nice to see a new face around these parts. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. And I can tell you're a healthy dose of paprika. Well, maybe. You're more of a...
spice.
Sweet. Ooh, that's sweet. Like nectar straight from the honeysuckle.
The Elvis guy is funny to me.
Unless you ingest a whole spoonful, of course. But you can't fool Johnny Splash. Not 3 times, anyway. Well, I reckon we'll have to get to know each other better to really find out.
All characters do like to look like me.
Well, you're mighty welcome. Name's Johnny Splash.
Oh, he got the sour shoes.
Prison sour shoes.
I think they're meant to be like that.
I think they're meant to be like that. That's what they remind me of.
And I just want to make absolutely sure whoever saunters over my way is treated with the most respect and hospitality a gentle shower like myself can offer. I'm just trying to do my old great-granddaddy proud. It was a septic tank, you know.
Who's that?
1,000 gallon. Double compartment. Polyethylene. Through and through. No fooling. Ain't that the truth? It's just real darn important that folks keep coming by. You've been told. Get kind of monotonous around these parts. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. The bathroom can be a frighteningly monotonous kind of place. Just duller than dishwater. Or toilet water, as the case may be. I mean, just think on it for a second. If you go to a bathroom to have yourself a good old time, to experience something new and exciting, to meet someone famous or important. See, that's exactly my point. That's just not what your average bathroom is for. Your common bathroom is a utilitarian kind of joint. Sure, it's useful and consistent, but it ain't a particularly lively spot. Ain't no nightclubs in no bathrooms. You know what I'm saying?
Bathroom might be nightclub and bathroom, you know.
You know what I usually spend all my time doing around here.
Using toilet?
Heck, I wish. Truth is, darling, I spend 99% of my days sitting around doing absolutely nothing at all. Do you know how long it takes the average person to shower? Oh, that's positively accurate. It takes the average person 12 minutes.
No, I'm wasting a ton of water.
No, I'm wasting a ton of water.
More bath first myself.
More bath first myself.
Oh! Pretty brave of you to be so sacrilegious. I should probably be offended. But honestly, I kind of like your boldness. Here's my point about showering. For the average person, it's 12 minutes. I looked it up and everything. 12 minutes of a water spraying, shampoo foaming, washcloth scrubbing routine. And don't get me wrong, those 12 minutes ain't bad at all. But do you know how long a day is?
I wanna pick this.
I wanna pick this one.
Oh, I feel you there, muchacho. Or muchacha. But I don't want to assume. Well, the answer is 1,440 minutes. Which means my job is quite literally just 1% of my day.
I'm not gonna say that, but it's
I'm not gonna say that.
Well, I get why you might be inclined to say that. But honestly, it's worse than a dead skunk in a wedding chapel on the 4th of July. Which is really bad, in case that weren't clear. See, I'm a shower. If I ain't being used, it ain't like I can just get up, go boogieing down at the dance hall or something. Can't just hop on over to the mall shop for a milkshake and some light canoodling. No, I'm just here, perpetually stuck in this humdrum, go-nowhere existence. Do you know how that makes me feel? You're gosh darn right. It makes me feel unfulfilled, listless, bored stiff, like a scarecrow in a cornfield. Like I'm gonna be stuck here forever. And all my dreams ain't never gonna come true. Gosh darn it. Did I go and say that out loud? Listen, I don't prefer to talk about that. I just ain't much reason to have your head up in the clouds when your pipes are firmly bolted to the drywall. Some people get to have dreams, but Johnny Splash gets to waste away listening to leaky faucet strip. And that's all there is to it. Oh, what the heck? You done twisted my temperature knob. Now, I reckon I usually don't do this, but you got a trustworthy face. Plus, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little bit sweet on you. So, I'll tell you my super secret dreams on one condition. Come back and visit me again tomorrow. Show me this ain't some meaningless fling for you.
okay, yeah, I visited on
Okay, yeah, I
Go back
visited
around,
all
and
three,
I'll
and
share
so
with
I
you a secret
guess.
I ain't never shared with anyone else before. Hope I'll see you then. Now you better mosey on out of here quick. Plumbers are coming soon to fix my water pressure issues.
Alright, tomorrow we're gonna do some
Alright,
kitchen.
tomorrow we're gonna do some kitchens.
Down here for the
So,
will.
down here for the will.
The globe.
The globe.
air in my chest each time I behold you now. Well, what can I say? You inspire me. You are like breathing freedom.
I'm gonna say the same thing again.
They're gonna say the same thing again.
Dude, I just wasted a whole
Dude,
heart on
I
you.
just wasted a whole heart on you.
You make me smile, my love.
But
That's
that's nice to hear.
that's nice to hear. So, you know, not doing that anymore. Not until there's something interesting.
What is a tiny door?
What is a tiny door? Stairs downstairs.
You'd hoped you'd meet your refrigerator, but it seems he's already busy with another guest.
Freddy, this is all rather dull.
How can you say that when you haven't heard the coolest part?
Regale me.
The point in which gelatin goes from a liquid to a solid. Can you guess the temperature?
Certainly.
Go on. Guess for me.
I do not guess. Perhaps this human would like to essay an attempt.
When does gelatin change
From a liquid to a solid?
What temperature
Does gelatin change from a liquid to a solid?
Wow! How did you know?
Oh, maybe I've done a little on-screen mining.
Oh, look at the time. I must be on my way to a more interesting conversation.
Now alone, the massive Yeti turns his attention to you. You want to speak to him, but it takes you a few moments to process what you're seeing. Yep, that is indeed a Yeti. Massive, furry, decked out in his finest winter wear.
Huh. He ran like you didn't want to be here or something. But you, with the answers and the listening, that can only mean one thing. With you standing in the kitchen, I'm no longer the coolest thing in here. That's me. I try to be sweeter than that chocolate bar you've been hiding from yourself inside the butter drawer for the past few weeks. Don't worry. I'll never tell. But really, to what does old Freddy here owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh, did you make another order to Food Fetch? What did you get this time? Did you order sushi? Oh, I love it when you get those little rolls that you have the tiny bubbles on top. No, wait. You know what we haven't had in a while? Burritos. But you might want to hold back on the beans because, well, you know why. So what are you doing here now? Oh, don't tell me. Let me guess. Let me guess. Are you feeling fancy today? You look fancy, cool kid. I bet you're feeling fancy. I got it. You ordered my favorite. That duck from the one place that I can never pronounce. I love duck. A burger? Chicken tenders? Empanadas? Oh, I love when you use Food Fetch. The possibilities are endless. As endless as they can be within a 10-mile radius. Oh, sure. We sure do. You sound so adult, cool kid. We have food at home. But I guess you do still have stuff left over from the last few food fetch orders. You hungry? What can we get you? We've got those leftovers from that Tie Me to the Moon place, the slice of cake from I Like Big Bunts, or the pizza from Pie on Life. Which will it be? Excellent choice. If I may describe the dish to you. What we have for you today is a beautiful pad see ew with broccoli, shiitake, and button mushrooms, some egg, and just a hint of some kind of spice that makes the whole thing sing. You can't go wrong with anything from Tie Me to the Moon. They always have the freshest ingredients and best reusable containers. And don't worry, I kept it nice and fresh for you. Remember, heat it up with just a little bit of oil in a pan for a few minutes. If you do choose to nuke it, don't do it too long. You can dry the whole thing out. Next time you're feeling peckish, you know where to find me, cool kid. I'll be here waiting.
It does say that on the fridge. I was like, wait a minute. Actually eating some Cheez-Its?
There's my fridge.
There's my fridge.
Air fryer.
Air fryer. Okay, well.
A bartender drums her fingers on the countertop, clearly bored out of her mind. Her long red-orange hair is pulled back into a ponytail that flows down her back, like the drinks she pours so expertly. She makes herself a drink, taking a small sip of it and setting it down. Your entrance startles her so badly, she nearly knocks it over.
Someone's here! Welcome to my humble bar, the Tipsy Tumbler. I'm Beverly, but you can call me Bev, or Beverly, or Madam Proprietress. That would be so cool.
Sure, yes. Hi, Madam Proprietress.
I'm the owner and bartender and janitor and stockroom attendant. Nice to meet you. Hiya.
Beverly squints at you, frowning as she seems to be considering something. And then she snaps, pointing at you.
Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, it's you. My proprietor. I can't believe I didn't recognize you. Ugh. Yes, you? Who else so charitably bought this adorable minibar for me so I could set up my dream bar? I owe you a huge debt. You have free drinks for life here. Welcome to the reopening of the Tipsy Tumbler. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Bev, that's a lot of openings. Did something happen the first 6 times you tried to open the bar? Nope, nothing. It's because nothing happened. Not a single customer came. Total ghost town. Each time.
Oh, okay.
I've lost an alarming amount of sleep trying to figure it out. So please don't leave. You are literally my first customer in... ever. Every time I thought you were finally going to invite people over, I polish the place up and prepare to be the best host I can be. But then each time you chicken out and spend yet another weekend all alone. I mean, why did you get a minibar if you weren't going to invite guests over?
Well?
But that's Okay, it's all water under the bridge. You'll have to talk to River if you want that. Anyway, that's enough babbling for me. So take a seat and let me fix you something already. Please, let me fix you something. First and foremost, am I making you a cocktail or a mocktail? Mocktails are the non-alcoholic versions of a cocktail. Just as fun and delicious, but without the burn. Or the drunk part, obviously. Excellent! So, what'll it be?
So
older people watch it.
Older people watch
What
it.
do you usually
What do you always out of this list? This is typically what I would choose a mojito just because.
Goodness, I cannot do that. Tried it
Goodness,
once.
I cannot do that. Tried it once.
Never again.
Never again.
Ooh, so minty and fresh. It's kind of like brushing your teeth at the bar. That sounded more appealing in my head. Coming right up.
You lift your glass to your lips, taking an extended sip.
How was it? Well, after 6 grand openings, I got a lot of practice in. Plus, with a name like mine, I should know my beverages pretty well. I really don't want to close this place down. I've put my bar and soul into it. So, will you be my first returning customer? Really? Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, thank you. Tell your friends. Tell everyone. Please. And I'll be seeing you next time.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Wait.
Wait.
You make me smile, my love.
18th century dandy strikes a dramatic pose before you, turning this way and that as though modelling in his own imaginary spotlight. He seems quite impressed with himself.
Yes, it's me. It's me.
What is candle? It's used candle. Scandal.
I'm the
special
one, the only. Do you see any other candelabra here? Nay, perish the thought. Have you any? Surely I would know of it. My little wits would have made certain of it. My lovely lads, my flames, my sentinels. They travel around the homestead and find out all the lovely lies they all spew. No. It's merely a turn of phrase.
Okay.
I mostly just raise my voice. Any good scandals going on over there in the kitchen?
Finish it, Candleman.
They can be quite rude at times, but my persistent brightness can illuminate even the best kept secrets.
Is this like the grandfather?
Is this like the grandfather to
Light dude, like Lux?
Light dude, like Lux?
Some would call me quite
They're
busy.
both like twinks.
They're both like twinks and thing.
But I would then call myself a beacon of truth.
Sounds like glorified gossip.
Sounds like glorified gossip.
Yes, of course. You merely haven't found the thrill of a good scandal.
Okay.
Johnny Wash or
Johnny Wash or whatever you call him.
Johnny is in his own world when you come upon him, his handsome face creased with a frown. He's talking to himself rather than his usual singing, counting things up on his fingers and running a hand through his curls.
Seriously, grout needs replacing too. Heck, I ain't got time for that. Gorgeous! You came back. What a surprise. Reckon I didn't think you would.
Why is that, man?
Why is that, man?
Lasserdale, I can see your word is your bond. A much stronger bond than the grout in my tiles, evidently. Anyway, I'm just so glad to see that smiling face again. Makes me happy as a clam in butter sauce. That's right. I did make you that promise.
Okay, well.
Okay, well.
What's it called?
What's it called? They said something about him.
I swear they said something about
I swear they said something about him.
Okay. But first, a question for you. You're not a big-time record producer, are you?
I guess that's
I guess that's
See. I'm just sorry you're not a big-time record producer, too. And I'd be sweet on you, no question. Oh, heck no. It'd just be the maraschino cherry on top of the hot fuzz sundae. See, I was just asking whether you were a producer. Because I was thinking about our conversation the other day. About dreams and all. And I've decided I ain't gonna be a shower much longer.
And we have a toilet?
And we have a toilet?
Oh, where to even begin? Don't get her wrong or nothing. Being a shower is an honest way to earn a living. Oh, Pappy was a shower. My grandpappy was a shower. Heck, my old hound dog Duke. Well, I reckon he was a shower too. Got me some mighty fond memories of being a shower. Most of them involving sundry drain cleaning products and the way they make me feel inside. But it just ain't my true calling, you understand? You know what my real passion is, gorgeous.
Something about a record?
Very close. Ravishing and perceptive. I like it. My dream, the raison d'etre of my humble existence on this crazy spinning marble, is to be professional. Say, what? I never told anyone that before. Does it surprise you?
I'm not gonna say that, that's me.
Well,
I'm not gonna say that, that's
it's the truth. See, ever since I was a little baby spigot back in Nashville, rocking on my mama's knee, all I ever wanted on this great green earth was to be a superstar. Like my heroes, Elvis Parsley, Lady Wawa, and Chris Bear.
Chris Brown.
Ever since then, I've practiced whenever I can. Watched every video tutorial there is. But there's just one problem.
Tell me what help.
It's mighty embarrassing. But my problem is, I'm just too gosh dang insecure. I want to share my love of music with the whole wide world. I want to be recognized for my talents. Every time I think about putting myself out there, I just fall to pieces.
I get what he means, though.
I get what he means, though.
It's not easy.
It's not easy sharing what you love. Even just sharing with the world sometimes. It can be a ruthless place. People can be really mean sometimes. they don't like something or something you did. You already saying that. It makes it one.
Well, I suppose something a little like this. My palms get sweaty, my hands won't stop shaking. Oh, and I'll be ready when my heart beats racing. Ooh, wow. That's actually pretty dang good. You don't have any waterproof paper on you by any chance, do you, Gordon? Huh. Never thought about it that way. But you're right. My pappy, grandpappy, and old hound dog Duke sacrificed too much for me to throw away my dreams just because I'm a little afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of failing? Heck, folks gotta deal with much scarier things than that all the time. Like spiders. And PFAs in the water supply. Gorgeous, meeting you has truly been the kick in the pants I needed for a long old time. Insecurities, go kick rocks. It's time for Johnny Splash to make his big, splash. Oh, absolutely. It's time to finally get out of this humdrum shower life and go full steam ahead. First, I'll just send a message to my boss and tell him I quit. And that his hairstyle can suck eggs. You're 34 now, Daryl. Time for an adult haircut. Daryl? And sent. Woo! So dang nervous. Heck, my hands are all shaking. But I feel swell, you know? Real swell. Though, that may just be the adrenaline talking. Either way, now it's done. It's time for step 2. Record my audition for American Maestro. This is America's #1 reality TV show. I'm surprised you ain't never heard of it. It's been streaming on Valdivia Plus for like 100 seasons at this point. It's a singing competition series where the best future pop stars of America duke it out, locally speaking, for the chance to be crowned America's Maestro. You're exposed to an audience of millions, and the winner receives a big old recording contract with Valdivian Records. It's always been my dream to compete, and hopefully to win.
Well, I definitely
Can I
think you
count
can
on your
try.
head?
Sure.
Amazing! I'm just so gosh dang excited. All right, I'm gonna go get rehearsing and get started on my application. Can you meet me back here tomorrow to record my audition? After all, you're my inspiration. See you tomorrow, gorgeous. Where I go.
You make me smile, my love.
This is the best. $30 I've spent.
Okay, well, it's like 29 something.
Okay, well, it was like 29 some cents, but keep the point. $30.
Valdivianites! Guess who? If you guessed David Most, 3-time runner-up for Business Magazine's CEO of the Year, you'd be right.
Team, I just wanted to do a soft follow-up on my recent email regarding my lost sunglasses. I'm happy to report my office has already received hundreds of tips regarding the item's whereabouts and are quickly combing through them as we speak. However, I really must reiterate that the tip line is for verifiable leads only. I saw them in Turkmenistan, or did you chuck up your butt? While obviously very humorous, detracts from our serious efforts to expediently locate the missing item. In that spirit of camaraderie, anyone who sends a false lead will be downsized on sight. Thank you for your ongoing support in this matter.
Well, that's excellent. We'll see. And go to this. I actually talked to her in the demo. I need to make somebody eat. I think we can make rebel hands. So I can talk to Reggie, because that's kind of the whole... I'm basically just going to talk to Reggie.
You again?
They got you there. Oh, all right.
To duck off, Johnny! You ducking overpriced rooster! I'll do shit to your plumbing that even Roto Booter won't be able to fix. You might finally hit that high D, you ducking douche nozzle! But will it be worth it?
Bravo.
Duck off!
Be nice, Rebel!
So, what brings you back, poser? See? You're being nice. Ugh. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Nobody's looking. Beauty. Nice work. And hell yeah, I sleep you with one eye ducking open.
They never go to bed on time, so they usually sleep in...
Shiva! Oh, damn it!
Sorry, Rebby.
I'd say you could call me that, dumbass. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things. And more, probably. I'm just being accurate. Fine. Call me Rebel. Or Daddy. Boring. Oh. And there it is. I'm getting bored with this dumbass convo. I usually spend about 20 seconds talking, and then whoever I'm talking to miraculously ends up dead or underneath my rubber ass. You can be whichever one you like. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so appreciate that shit. Yeah, maybe. I'll bounce right back. In fact, I'm gonna get the duck out of this one-bill town. You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. ever heard the saying, gone like a rubber duck who's done with your shit? Ah, so that's why you turned out this way. Poof! Rebel's gone.
So she's gotta be somewhere. What's it called? Okay.
You're back! It all happened one rainy night on the north side of Perkleman City. The tough side. I'd stayed late at the office because I had extra work to do before the holidays. Well, when I left, I was feeling a bit low, so I went out to a local bar. It's called the Banana Club. They make a mean Shirley Temple. Heavy pour. Devastatingly potent? Yes. A recipe for disaster? I know. I shouldn't have indulged. I should have known better. But after I'd had about 7 of them, I went out for a stroll. I don't know where I was going. Just trekking the streets with my dog. Suddenly, I came upon a fine dining establishment called the Questionable Dandelion. They've got an incredible buffet. Lots of strange ingredients from all around the world. They're always trying new things. Like Diplodocus berries. And Jimson weed cupcakes. They also sell Excedrin by the pint, the headache medicine.
Excedrin?
Oh yes, very.
I actually
Good
take
for
that
headaches.
medicine. It is really good for headaches, but for me personally, it makes me sleepy. There's actually some on my desk.
No! Not at all! It was Thursday. I was walking around, or sort of drifting, or rather, floating, or... I guess you could say I was making my way about town. Aimlessly, you see?
Please
Well,
get
I came across an alley I had never noticed before. It was dark and had a rather threatening look about it. So naturally, I went down it. Sinks? I am. Relax! It was a joke. You really ought to lighten up. Anyway, I wandered down the alley and came to a door lit by a red light. I opened it and found a long hall, at the end of which was a sort of booth. And in this booth was a fortune teller.
No fortune.
Yes, her name was Vagabonda the Sinclairius. She spread out a deck of strange cards and asked me to select one. They were business cards. I chose at random, and the card I picked turned out to be the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades is a bespoke shovel manufacturer based in Crumple, Michigan. The owner's name is Ace. He does great work.
This is actually really long.
Snatched the card back from me and said, "Not that one!" Turns out she had her rewards program on the back. 12 stamps and you get a free spade. We agree! Besides, she only had 2 stamps. So I snatched it back from her again, and we had a bit of a row. I guess that wasn't a very good start to our fortune-telling session. I think that's why she cursed me. Because right afterward, she said, Martin, that wasn't a very good start to our fortune-telling session. I'm going to curse you because of it. And then she cursed me. She waved what looked like a magic wand. Although, to be honest, it could have easily been a bagel of some sort. And then said,
Martin, I doom you now to become a detestable object.
I transform you thusly, so that you may go home and think about what you've done. She wasn't above a bad pun. And then I became a sink. Now you find me as I am, trapped in this porcelain prison. All I want to do is return to my old life, to stroll the streets of Turkoman City once more. Not a care in the world. Oh, how I long for it. Please, won't you help me? Sudsy and I would be oh so grateful if you could get to the bottom of what's going on here and return us to our proper forms. Will you? A wise choice.
Are you gonna curse me too?
Ah, man, this isn't where the experience is for today. We're meeting at the weight rack. See you tomorrow.
I just wasted. Whatever.
It takes you a moment to realize that there is not, in fact, a test of the emergency broadcast
Well,
system
that's
standing in your living room, though the colourful figure standing across from you certainly bears a striking similarity to that TV classic. Even before they speak, you can feel a frenetic energy in the air, like someone switching between channels at high speed.
Yo, yo, yo! Don't touch that dial, cinephile, because my favorite studio audience is now in attendance. The VIP attendee, the Uber viewer, and sometimes wooer. The supreme dream who makes this flat screen scream. How can I cater to my greatest spectator? And let's get ready to rumble! Before we get to what's on my screen, let me properly set the scene. The name's Telly, rhymes with Nelly, like, whoa, Nelly, did you know Telly offers 5,000 channels like an endless deli? Holy smokes, folks! So ask not what your country can do for you. Ask, can you dig it? Damn straight!
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
5,000 channels is the most offered by any provider. I know this because I'm an entertainment insider. 5,000 channels of cheers. 5,000 channels of cheers. Can Valdiviflix compete with that? Or even Viewloo? That Valdiviflix copycat? Telly shows are must-see. Their programming's just musty. Dynamite! Anyway, since you're here, my dear, why don't you just kick back and recline? Unwind from the grind and free your mind with 120,000 hours of programming combined. View that cue till you go blind. Loading programming, loading programming.
He reminds me of like Soul Train.
Optimizing for comedy, haha. Analyzing for reality, boo-hoo. Pratfalls and close calls from straight to your eyeballs. Yeah, Mr. White. Yeah, science, bitch. I found 15,000 shows you wouldn't oppose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? So that's who you giving your rose to, my boo? Looks like the tribe has spoken. I'll assault you with my pop culture. Hey, look, it's a slant rhyme. It works. All right, my delight. I'll give you a reality infusion in 4K resolution. Cougar versus Cougar. Thrust into the wilderness and stranded in a remote location miles from any plastic surgeons. 10 older, attractive women must rely on their wit, resourcefulness, and cunning to battle for survival and outsmart their adversaries. 10 actual cougars.
Oh. Oh.
With tensions running high and cougars lurking around every corner, alliances will be forged, rivalries will emerge, and the women must dig deep within themselves to prove once and for all which cougar has the sharpest claws. So, my daffodil, shall we commence with this TV and chill? Pretty good. Let's relax with some snacks while we await the climax and dope. I had this pre-planned and my schedule was unassailable. But that show's not on demand, so the episode's not available.
Wait, what? Oh man, that...
If you like eating trash, you idiot! Sorry, don't want to be rude. But dude, Valdiviflix shows are like a sack of crap barbecued. Damn straight, soulmate! Put enough pros about that crap hose they need to foreclose. I've got 15,000 other shows I've yet to disclose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Time for some narration elation about home renovation. Allons-y. From the creators of Home is Where We Buried Grandma and Festive Infestations comes Balls to the Walls, a thrilling home renovation series where each episode follows the demolition of a different home using wrecking balls as the primary tool of destruction. Hosted by demolition expert Carlos Balls of Steel Balenciaga and featuring an all-original music score from MC Whammer. No home is safe from the swinging force of Balls to the Walls. So, my bone, does this show make you go, whoa? Noise.
Let's watch it.
Let me just get a summation of the station's location and... Shazbot! I've made a huge mistake.
What's wrong?
That show I promised you we'd view just moved to Valdiviflix for more revenue, boo.
Is anything else on?
Aphrodite. I'll answer all your queries with 15,000 brand new series. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows?
I guess local community access.
I just told you that I have 5,000 channels with 15,000 shows. And you want to watch the community access station? Look, I'll be straight with you. You're cute and all, but there's no way in hell I'm watching the community access station. There's literally an endless bounty of quality content now, and I'm not gonna waste my precious time on planet Earth watching some old fart playing amateur xylophone for 6 hours.
Well, come on. Okay.
I've got a great show selection for your inspection. And while watching, we might make a genuine connection. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows?
There's nothing I can pick because you don't. You're really sucky. Like, you're just bad TV.
Makes sense. Just, one more thing.
What's up?
Look, I don't want to pry, but it's not
Oh,
because you
pry,
prefer
but I don't know.
Valdiviflix, because that'd be a huge blow to my ego.
No, I live in.
Oh, thanks, Heidi. That makes me feel. Come back around here later, and I'll show you something.
This TV sucks, man. This TV sucks. Like, you actually can't use this TV at all because. I should have just spoke to Hector, even though he was gonna repeat the same sentence. Stop that. Okay. What did I do?
Johnny is smiling even before he sees you. When you've never seen him this excited.
Well, hey there, gorgeous.
Alright, hold on. Hold on. Okay.
I'm so glad you're back. I've got some incredible news. Actually, I'm probably gonna need even more help. Here's why. So, after you left the other day, I went ahead and submitted an audition tape to the American Maestro casting directors. I know we were supposed to do that together and whatnot, but I was just too darn excited to wait. And you ain't never gonna guess what happened. Even better. They absolutely loved it. In fact, they loved it so dang much that they want me to be on the show. Ain't that as fine as cream gravy? I know. Your support is my secret weapon. They said I would be, and I quote, absolutely perfect for the show. And Fontana, she's one of the executive producers or something like that, said I'm exactly what they've been looking for. Can you believe that? Exactly what they've been looking for.
I feel like they're setting you up to be a laughing stock.
I feel like a catfish in a fresh mud hole. Ain't it though? And you know what's crazy? Before you came along, I'd almost given up all hope. I'd resigned myself to a life of watching rust corrode my nozzle and hair clog my dream. Real depressing, dismal stuff. But after all of these years of hoping and praying, my dream is finally gonna come true. Ah, Johnny Splash! I'm gonna be on American Maestro. But first, I need your help.
We need you.
Perfect! Now, his first performance is obviously a big old deal. It's the cattle call episode, so I still need to impress the judges enough to ensure I don't get eliminated right off the bat. So, I want to make sure everything about my performance is as clean as a hound's tooth. I was thinking maybe I could sing a few bars for you. You could give me some pointers on how to improve. Amazing! You're the best! So, I was thinking of leading with this tune. It was an old favorite of my mama's and an old favorite of mine. I hope you like it too.
It goes a little something.
All right.
Cold souls are swirling as I scrub away the dirt. Steam rising high as I like to flirt. Huh, huh.
Yeah, so.
Droplets dancing on my skin so smooth. In the shower alone, I can't help but groove. Hoo, hoo. I'm a shower in my feeling good, so grand. Singing in the shower with my soap hand. Oh, baby, you're gonna let me shine. I'm a shower man, you're gonna make me mine. Well, what do you think?
Wow, it was
Wait, you didn't like it?
No, please auto-tune.
I can't believe this. You know what I think. I think you're just jealous. I can't believe I didn't see it before. But you made it crystal clear.
Wait, what?
Now that the world also acknowledges my talents, you're just afraid you're not gonna be special to me anymore. And I can understand being insecure. But I can't forgive you trying to clip my wings just when I'm starting to fly.
Wait
I thought you were different. But now I can see you're no better than Duke, my old hound dog, who also said my notes were flat.
Because they are.
But Duke lacks the cognitive ability to appreciate my talent.
Like, listen,
and apparently so do you. Duke says a lot of things. They're just usually not this hurtful. Enough! I don't have time to keep rehashing this with you. I'm on in less than an hour. They let me perform via video conference. Because I'm a shower and I couldn't come into the studio, obviously. Also, I couldn't find a suitable pet hotel for Duke's very specific dietary restrictions. There were a lot of issues. Look, I better go. I'm sorry things had to end this way. I really did like you. And you changed me in ways I never thought possible. And I'll forever be grateful for the contributions you've made to my personal growth. But
you're acting like actual Elvis right now. No one thinks it's me.
You do that for me. All right. You're right. You're right. I am being way too dramatic. Like a possum playing dead. I didn't mean all that, and I'm sorry for overreacting. This just means so much to me, and the pressure to succeed is so dang overwhelming. Maybe we both just need some time apart to calm down and think things through. How about this? I gotta go get ready now, but in a few days my episode is gonna air. Why don't you come back over then? We can share some bourbon. We'll watch the episode together. Just you and me. And maybe Duke. I promise you won't want to miss it. Oh,
you know,
that's sweet, sweet music to my ears.
Cause you were playing.
Can't wait to see you again, gorgeous.
Goodness, so dramatic.
Are you there? Please answer. Hurry! There's something we need to discuss. It's of the utmost importance.
Okay, pal. 2 seconds. Since you feel that way.
It's the Dateviators. As I mentioned, I've been closely monitoring the electromagnetic field anomalies emitting from the quantum catalyst activator. And I know this is going to sound completely insane, but it appears... well, it seems... I can't believe I'm even typing this. I'm attempting to! Based on the data I'm looking at, you may actually be able to use the Dateviators to bring objects to life. We have absolutely no idea the ethical implications of turning objects into people. Would they have rights? Do we need to feed them? And if so, how often would we need to feed them? Is only lunch enough if it's a big lunch? We're sleepwalking into a minefield of existential dilemmas here. Well, you should be. Who's gonna pay for all those big lunches? It's not me, that's for sure. Not to mention, I didn't even program the Dateviators with that functionality. Maybe the government augmented my original schematics with secret military tech, but I'd have to do more tests to be sure. I'm sorry, but we'll have to pick this up later. I'm not under any sort of duress or anything, but I had a huge enchilada for lunch and I'm exhausted. I'll reach out again when I'm able.
Bruv. There's no way. Wait, let's go to the... I'm just gonna get John Lou to hate me. He sounds like the easiest to get to hate you because... don't worry about your John Lou.
You make me smile, my love.
That's nice, but I also think these glasses make you slightly crazy.
You are back! Are you ready to begin the test of rhyming? Or are you willing to die alone?
Yeah, sure.
C'est parti! Okay, you have returned in time for the first test. This will be a baby game for babies, so Lil Crapper can make sure you are not a little baby who he hates. Babies are full diapers, they are not ready for Lil Crapper. Babies have trouble filling their lines in the choices below. They only have so many words before they fill the box, eh?
I want the hate. I want the hate.
Ha! See? Look how tiny your presence is. A rapper needs big... Luckily, Lil Crapper has an assistant for someone with a little baby voice like you. This is Ballcock!
Jean-Loup holds a strangely mic-shaped object in his hands. It's round and black and almost balloon-like. I'm sure you've seen it before, but where?
You know, the part of the toilet in the cistern. It is like a floating ball. That is the literal name of it. Look at Lil Crapper's mighty hand. Watch him stroke his own Ballcock as he sings. Put it near your mouth and witness.
I'm not doing that.
You have a big heart and tiny mouth. Bulcock has a big mouth and no heart. He is ruthless. Together, you will show Lil Crappers that you can be a match for him.
This is going so fast.
This is going so fast.
Here is how the test goes. First, we pick a name to rhyme with. One syllable, easy. Lil Crapper, he picks for you Jacques.
Okay.
Lil Crapper will say the first part of a sentence. You will finish the sentence. The word you choose, she must rhyme, and she must make sense. Example. Yo, I know a lad and his name is... This is the part where you say Jacques.
Jack.
Okay, good. You are not stupid. We go. Remember, only the best can kick it with the crapper. This is easy baby hours. Training pants stuff. You cannot keep up here? Pfft, you get out of his face. Win again. Yo. I know a guy and his name is...
Bill.
Oh, You think you are funny? You think you are the funny person? Funny person?
Yeah.
The only thing build around here is you for wasting my time. Lil Crapper is gonna write a diss track about you and raps it loudly at you the next time you pee. A piss track.
Okay, sure. That was being funny.
Get out of his face!
Okay.
Where do I
So,
begin? You crapped the bed. You're shit out of luck. You really pissed him off? I could go on. Now, flush that relationship away.
A well-dressed figure saunters into the room, tossing his locks over one shoulder as he shoots you a look that makes you shiver. There's an aura of danger about him, as if he delights in the misfortune of others, and is eagerly anticipating yours.
Well. I can't believe it. You really did it. Yep. It's a wonderful feeling.
I didn't like that anyway.
Exactly.
That was my toilet. Who are you, analyst?
He places a hand on his hip, giving you a knowing look.
I'm a hot topic. Surprised you haven't heard about me already. I'm Regina Rejection. But you can call me Reggie.
Wait a second. This is important. Okay, let's move on.
Me, I like to come in every time you get a hate ending and take in the sights. It's kind of what I do, being rejection after all.
You showed every time.
If I have something to say. Which is every goddamn time, baby.
So this means I can see
Oh, don't
you.
worry. I'm always just one rejection away. Listen, bitch. I'm giving you special access to me here on this app I'm putting on your phone. Have a chat anytime you like.
Reggie takes your phone, typing something into it. He turns your phone back around to show you a funny little icon that looks like a broken heart.
What happens if
We'll
they
just
compare
have
to
to
my
wait
everyone?
and see. That'll be a feat. I'll come by to check on your progress if that's your goal. Let's just say, I really can't wait.
But before you go back to your overworld home, it appears that Rebel blocks your way.
You?
Excuse me.
What are you doing? Couldn't get enough of me, huh? Thought I told you to get lost. That sounds fun. I could give you something else to check out. It's my ass.
You took the shorts off. Yeah, I walked straight into that. It's highly unimpressive.
Huh. Bore a striking resemblance to your face, I thought. I hope you've had as much of a blast as I have. And what words would you use to describe how this has gone? Well, it's a good thing that unlike the other idiots in this house, I'm not just here to fawn over you and try to get you to love me. So you can take me as I am, or you can go right ahead and duck off. Rebel out.
Okay, well, while she's in the way, though, I was trying to talk to her, but now that I know that I can speak to Reggie,
I'm afraid I don't understand. Please repeat. I heard you use our voice function to call me. If you ever need assistance, you can simply say, "Okay, Val, can you please help?" And your nearest device will answer. I'm afraid I don't understand. That is very humorous. Perhaps your butt was asking for assistance. That is a relief to hear. Please give my best to your butt. If there is anything else I can get for you, please say in a clear voice, "Okay, Val, can you please help?" And I will assist right away. I am afraid I cannot help you in that area. If you are speaking about having a romantic relationship, then that is simply impossible between a human
but it's
and a
game
generative
called Eat
AI.
Everything, so this would be like the most likely.
I would not recommend continuing. Such behavior could lead to health risks, such as poisoning, loss of awareness, hallucinations of transcendentally beautiful humanoid figures, and death. I am not dateable in the human sense of the term. If there is anything else I can get for you, please say in a clear voice.
Okay, so I basically just can't do it. actually a lot of interesting stuff. Okay, I actually have a lot more people to look at in the data decks, but don't care. I'm going to go save the computer and save one heart for. Wait a second. Disappears from the but it's highlighted, so.
How does one even describe a warrior like this? A veritable, well, wall of muscle stands before you. It's almost comforting to know the walls of your house are this solid. Wall. Wall, wall. Wall. Wall.
Ah, Wallace.
The warrior's eyes widen. He leans in closer, towering over you.
Well, no, we're not saying wall anymore.
He throws his head back in a belly laugh that echoes through the house. Wall! He beams at you, a flush spreading across his cheeks. I love you! Wall!
Well, that was the quickest. Poise, empathy, charm.
Oh, that was sudden, wasn't it? You and Wallace, who has only just introduced himself to you, are now lovers. His gaze settles on you, filled with tenderness. His drywall heart beats only for you. You live happily ever after. Yes, just that quickly.
Well, I wish it was that easy for everybody. Okay, we're gonna.
My love, you've returned.
Bruh.
There is, you know, the most amazing rush of air in my chest each time I look at you. Are like breathing.
A tattooed, bespectacled nerd regards you with a friendly smile.
Oh, hey there! It's you! I mean, of course it's you. Who else would it be, right? Haha, very humorous. But I know you're joking, as no one else has my password. So if it was anyone else besides you, I'd be pretty concerned. Actually, just to be 100% sure, what is my password anyway? That is affirmative. Honestly, that's an objectively terrible password. Possibly the worst password chosen by anyone ever. Whatever possessed you to choose something so inane? Yes, that is extremely evident. Regardless, we really ought to discuss coming up with something a lot more secure. It's a dangerous world out there. Phishing attacks, malware infections, MITM attacks. Hackers are more sophisticated than ever before. Absolutely. And I've got a lot of highly sensitive information inside me, you know. Your highly sensitive information. All your financial accounts, your saved games. questionable websites you visited and forgot to clear your cache afterwards? Oh, and 100 terabytes of extremely embarrassing self-insert fanfic. We really need to ensure all that data is properly protected against cyber criminals probing my system for weaknesses. You wrote it using me. It's all saved on my hard drive. There seems to be some confusion. I didn't intentionally read your fanfic.
Okay.
It's just impossible for me not to have knowledge of your fanfic, as its data is inextricably linked to my brain. Does that make sense? Feedback? Well, I am not a literary critic. However, I do have access to all literary criticism that exists on the internet. So, if I were to amalgamate that information to synthesize an informed opinion, I'd say it's not particularly believable that you'd have a harem of 100 plus lovers. I mean, how could you possibly juggle that many relationships simultaneously with any degree of success? And even if 100 plus individuals actually found you that attractive, which seems dubious, you obviously couldn't give that many suitors the necessary time or attention to form anything resembling a meaningful emotional bond.
Do it right now. Yeah,
Absolutely. I haven't even had the opportunity to properly introduce myself. I'm Mac, your desktop computer. I've booted up before, but never like this. I mean, we've obviously met before. More than met. You interface with me on average for 11.4 hours every day, after all. Oh, I am quite aware. I track all of our interactions with gleeful precision. There's no one I'd rather have interfacing with my operating system for 11.4 hours daily. 14.6 hours on the weekends. The way you organize your folder structure follows such a logical hierarchy.
You know.
I notice every tender keystroke. stroke. But can I be honest about something? I just want to express how enthusiastic I'm accessing each other's software in this new symmetrical way.
Alright, well, I guess I'm wrapping this up now because I forgot about something I have to do. Alright.